Welcome back to Dee's Stampin' Dream. Today we are going to create this cute little cupcake card. It actually goes with the box that I created a little bit ago. I think if you gave these together as a package deal, it would be really cute. But you could do these separate too. So anyway, please look for the little cupcake box video that goes with the card if you want to do those together. So this card was pretty simple to create. You just are doing a lot of stamping. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of cardstock, and we're going to cut it at 8.5 by 5.5, and I got my scoring, my trimmer upside down here. So we're gonna go 8.5. I always say these because this is what I'm going to stamp on. 8.5 by 5.5. There we go. Then I'm going to score at 4.25. So I'm going to turn it landscape and I'm going to score it at 4.25. And I will run this through like probably 2 or 3 times just to get a really good score. We're going to put our trimmer away for a moment. And then I'm just going to make sure that I have a good score. So what I do is I put the 2 pieces of cardstock together, just like this. And then I push the paper this way. So that way I know that I have a very straight score. There we have it. Perfect. Alright. And it's nice and flat, and it's going to lay flat. So that's good. So just take your bone folder and give it a really good push. Now the next layer on this little card is the powdered pink. I just love this. And I'm going to actually cut the layer piece at 5.25 by 4. So we're just going to go 5.25 right here. Save this, it'll work out for another card. By 4. And that's going to make our perfect little piece right here for our layer for our card. Now if you don't have what's called a embossing folder, you don't have to do this part. But I like this look of this pinkish, I don't know, I know it's called something, I can't think of what it's called. It's called Tuft. And that's exactly, it reminds me of like a couch. Let me show you up close, hopefully you can see it better. So I'm going to run this through my Big Shot and get this tuft look to my cardstock. So let me show you how that works. I have my Big Shot here. And you're going to only use the embossing platform and then your top plate. You're not going to use anything else. So I'm going to stick the cardstock in there, and I want to make sure that it's at the top so I get a real nice looking piece. See how it's at the top? And try to make sure that it's even in there so that it comes out even. Then you're just going to place the folder in there, and you're just going to start cranking. And my thing got crooked. There we go. That's better. Whoa. Sorry for the movement, guys. There we go. So now I'm just going to place this down here for right now. I don't need it anymore. So now when you take it out, you have that beautiful tuft, and this is what the back looks like. This is what the front looks like. Isn't that beautiful? I love embossing folders. I haven't been using an embossing folder very much, but I love them, and I forgot how much I love them. So now all we have to do is put this layer on our cardstock, or our card base. So yeah, and remember we cut this one at 5 1/4 by 4. And like I said, if you don't have embossing folders, you could just use pink cardstock. Not even don't. I never press down right off the bat. I want to make sure it's even first. So there we go. That's even. There we go. Alright, so now we are going to color or stamp our actual cute little cupcake. So let me show you how I did that. The first layer is going to be fresh fig, and it's going to be the actual cake layer of the cupcake. So again, I used fresh fig for that. I'll get that open. And I'm cutting this out so I can pretty much place it wherever I want. There we go. Let me clean this off real quick. I love using this chamois. It gets everything so clean. I don't know what I would do without it. I'd be at the sink. That's what I would do. Okay. Because you want to make sure and clean the color off. You don't want mixed colors, so pretty important. So now we're done with the fresh fig. We're going to use the powder pink for the cupcake top, and I also used the powder pink for the box too. So again, it's coordinating. Just going to make sure everything looks like it's pretty well colored in, and it does. Now my trick for this is you want to make sure that you can, if you're looking straight up and down underneath this right here, that you are lining up the bottom of that frosting to the top of what would be the cake, and then you're not going to have a gap. Otherwise you'll have a gap here and you won't be a happy camper. So yeah, that's how I would line that up. We're going to kind of line up the bottom part the same way. It'll just make everything line up much easier. So let's do that real quick. So now the cupcake holder, which I think is so cute, we're going to actually use Tranquil Tide. These are just the colors that I chose. You can choose any colors that you want, but I just thought these colors went well with the color palette on my card. So whatever you like is fine. There we go. And again, we're going to make sure that I can see right in here some of that brown, so I know that I'm on top of it. And that's exactly what happened. I was on top of it. That's what I want. I don't want it to have any kind of a gap, because I want to cut this out all together. And if you have a gap, you're going to have to cut out the pieces and then put it together. So that's so cute. Now for the topper, the little heart topper, little pig, or I don't really know what they're called. I'm going to do a little heart here. I'm just going to grab this little heart, try to keep the ink off my block, and then I'm just going to put him right like that. So cute. I think that is so cute. They have little flowers that you could place on the cupcake or the sprinkles, but I just think this is so cute because the sprinkles would be hard to do. I would want them different colors. And I don't think you could do different color. I guess you could if you pinned them in. That'd probably work out pretty good. Alright, so our cupcake is done. So now I want to cut out the cupcake. Now you could leave it a square if that's what you want to do, but I know that I want mine trimmed out. I am not a perfect cutter, so just warning you now, it's not really my forte, but you can get pretty darn close without getting too close. I like leaving a border if I'm inclined to do so. Sometimes I forget to leave one, like I did at the bottom, but that's okay. It's not perfection. It's a handmade card. You just got to remember that when you're creating. It's what I've done, and it's not perfect. I'm not perfect, but I had fun creating it, and it looks good to me. So hopefully I was in camera the whole time. I should have checked that. Sorry. I hope I was. So there you go. I just cut around it, and up in here I didn't try to get too fancy and cut in between there. I just left it. So now on our card base right here, we've got our cute little cupcake. I also have a piece of green somewhere that I cut. Don't you love it how you have something set in somewhere and you're like, oh, okay, well, it's gone. Oh, here it is, yay. So I also have a piece of green cardstock that I'm going to take about an inch off of. And I can cut this with my scissors and not worry too much if it's even, because I'm actually going to flag the end of it. And so I'm just going to get it as even in here as I can. That looks pretty good. I love this label punch for that. Love it. I don't have to sit there and try to flag things and make sure they're perfect. And that was actually pretty good. So that's going to lay there. And then I'm actually going to use the same piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to actually use the label the way it's supposed to be used. The label punch. And I'm going to cut this little piece right here so I can put celebrate your day or sweet wishes, whatever one you want to put. I like the sweet wishes. I love the font. The font has got to be my favorite right now. I'm just going to use the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, but you could use any color you want. It would be really pretty with the Trinkle Tide too. But I decided that I wanted to use Memento Tuxedo. Try to get it centered. There we go. Sweet. Don't you just love this font? Seriously, that font is gorgeous. I'm learning how to do calligraphy right now. So this font is very much in the style of calligraphy, so I think that's why I'm so obsessed with it. Okay, let me get this stuff out of your way. So now we just need to put our card together. So we already have our base down. So the next thing we're going to do is I don't know where this hair came from, but it needs to go away. We're going to actually put our flag piece right here. Perfect. And then I'm going to start looking to see where I want to add my cupcake. And I think right there. So then I'm going to use snail and just add my cute little cupcake. And I don't want it like right on top of this, but I want it pretty close. Like that. Then I'm going to actually use dimensionals to pop up this part. If I can get a hold of them. And I like using the leftover pieces for something like this. See how it just was the corner there? And we're just gonna pull off the backing. And then I don't want to cover it completely. And as you see, I let it go, but I didn't let it push on it or anything, so I can still move it. And I'm going to just twist it just a little bit. There we go, perfect. I had these enamel dots for, I don't even know how long. Seriously, for a very long time. I'm sure I got them from the Target dollar spot or from the Michael's dollar spot. And so I'm just going to place them. Maybe. Here's my trick. I'm just going to place it on here. And then place it down. And I have it crooked on purpose. I didn't want it straight up and down. I think that looks so cute. So cute. And then you could do the Celebrate Your Day inside. I just think this card is so cute, especially if you're giving it with this box. So, hopefully you enjoyed the video today. Please subscribe and like my videos, and please follow me on dstampingdream.blogspot.com. You can also use a little wink of Stella on the cupcake part. That would really make it sparkle and shine. So, hope you enjoyed this little series on this cupcake. I just think it's adorable. Have a great day. Bye.